Good morning, Atharv. Shantanu, I'm sorry. Yesterday only I tried to build a PDF. Today, anyhow, I will build its PDF and send to you. Yesterday only I had read your message, but there was a small problem with my laptop building the PDF. So, what you can, whatever may be that particular, there are always some add-in tools. So that add-in tool was not working properly, and because of that I could not make its PDF. Otherwise, yesterday only I could have sent to you it. Good morning, Ajinkya. Good morning, Piyush. Today I'm feeling a little bit well. Good morning, Adesh. I think we should start. Good morning, Nakul. Rushikesh sir, will you make me enable to share my screen?
Done, sir.
Okay, fine. Okay, this is what we have started. In fact, we have gone through this particular institute called Indian Military Academy, Dehradun. So we have consider this as its entrance gate, and this is its you can consider its symbol logo, and then here you will be having its motto, Vivek or Virata or Vivek. That's what you can have. So okay, so here you can see the Chetrud Hall, and there are so many such kinds of houses are there, to which the names of different uh, recipients of different gallantry awards are given to such halls, or let's say houses, and each of this house is having its significance. Fine. So you can no doubt have more details by checking internally what it is. As like that, this is again a Khetrapal auditorium. So we can consider what it could be the auditorium. This is what we can see. I think as I mentioned in the movie called Laksh, you could have this particular sort of uh, let's say last line you can consider, or last pug line, right? So that is what you can have. That means now you are getting the commission. Fine. So obviously after your last parade, these are the some of the other glimpses of the passing out parade. So obviously these are the best cadets you can find out. This is the contingent having the march. So many such kinds of contingent are there. You can see some are standing here, right? So likewise 1 2 likewise here, and then the defense minister of India is having or making an observation of the contingents. We have also seen the notable alumni, and I have highlighted the one of the things of each of the alumni. So Sam Manekshaw, right, the first batch when it was started in 1932. At that time, he was the gentleman cadet of this particular institute. You can consider some other notable alumni who got Paramveer Chakra for their bravest bravery, for exceptional gallantry. You can consider these uh, 4 different people: Somnath Sharma, Gurbachan Singh, Salaria, Arun Khetrapal, and Vikram Batra. Right. In fact, Major Somnath Sharma, Captain Gurbachan Singh, Salaria, Captain Arun Khetrapal, and here again Captain Vikram Batra. Right. So you can, sorry, Lieutenant Arun Khetrapal and Captain Vikram Batra. So that's you can consider. Fine. So in 1991, in 1971, right, with the Pakistan, with the in the Kargil. This is in 1961 with the Pakistan, and obviously this is in 1947-48 again with the Pakistan. So you can consider these posthumously, right? So you can consider again the how they got these awards, how they got these, or how they have earned these gallantry awards. Right? We can consider. And okay, that's what we have something in this particular case. Now we will be going to the next one, that is what Indian Naval Academy. So as far as Indian Naval Academy is concerned, so you will be coming here after say completing your training at the NDA, right? So this particular academy is the engineering and defense service training establishment for Indian of the Indian Naval Service Cadre. Keep in mind, this academy is what? It is engineering and defense service training establishment. Simply you can consider academy, which is located at Ezimala. Where is this place? Ezimala. So Ezimala is in the district of district called Kannur, that is in Kerala. And so you can consider its place, right, where it is situating. So it is at Kannur district, one of the districts of Kerala. This is situated in between Ezimala hills and Kaveri backwaters. So obviously, since Naval Academy, so it will be obviously at the water, right? So wherever you will be having ample of water. Indian Naval Academy, you can call it as INA, as like Indian Military Academy can be termed as IMA. Fine, INA, IMA, right? And last one would be IFA, right? So these are the short forms you can consider for each of these academies. So Indian Naval Academy has a around 7-kilometer beach of Arabian Sea. Keep in mind. So 7 kilometers beach of Arabian Sea, and here you will be having at one side you will be having the Ezimala Hills, whereas it is again having the Kavani backwaters of Kavani. So it conducts the basic training for all officers that have inducted to Indian Navy as well as Indian Coast Guard. So the training of the officers, those who are entering into Indian Navy as well as Indian Coast Guard, right? So their training is being completed at this particular academy. So it is the largest naval academy in the Asia. As far as Asia is concerned, it is the largest academy. Its motto you can see here: Vidyaya Mrut Mashnute. Right? Vidyaya Mrat Mashnute. That means what? You can translate this as become immortal through knowledge. Vidyaya Amrutam Asnute. Right? So that is what you can consider the become immortal through knowledge. That is what its motto is. Now, in other words, you can say that shaping future naval leadership is could be its English translation, or you can call it into English. So it was established in 1969, and basically that was not at this particular place. At that time it was established at Kochi in 1969. Then it had been at Goa in 1986. From 69 to 86 it was at Kochi. From 86 to 2009 it was at Goa, and then in 2009, particularly in the month of January 2009, it was shifted to Ezimala. So Indian Naval Academy you can consider. That means what? Now these places are not academies. It is not a case like that. These are the places obviously used for the purpose of training, no doubt, but as such the establishment which can be termed as or called as Indian Naval Academy, which is being shifted to Ezimala in 2009. Then if you consider its capacity, so its capacity is of around 1200. So as like 2500 capacity of your IMA, you can have here 1200, right? Then if you consider the different kinds of let's say Indian naval ships which are being deployed at this particular academy for the purpose of training, you can have. Now those who wanted to be the, yes, that's what I was talking, shaping future naval leadership, right? This is nothing but the logo you can have. Now I think someone had kept Sanskar and Tanmay. I think I'm coming across these after a long. So Sanskar, Tanmay, will you keep yourself on mute mode? Rushikesh sir, today I'm not able to mute them. Okay, anyway, thank you. So yes, I was talking about the entry points. So that's what you can consider about the admissions, how you can enter, and that would be the most important or the interested question for yourself. So obviously, the potential candidates to the undergraduate officer training of Indian Navy will apply through NDA and NA exams, National Defense Academy, Naval Academy exams, which are always being conducted by Union Public Service Commission, UPSC. So you can have the training at this particular academy. Now, if you consider the NDA cadets opting to join the Navy, complete 3 years of joint training at NDA, right? Already I have said this particular point about training at Khadakwasla, and that was along with the Army and Air Force cadets. And then they transferred to Indian Naval Academy for their next training of 1 year. So that is what you can consider through the NDA. Another, what I said, through NDA NA exam, which is being conducted by UPSC at 10+2. So such cadets directly enter, right, the NA exam, right? So such cadets directly enter to this particular academy, wherein they will be having the training for 4 years, training for 4 years. And these candidates will be joining through 10+2 Navy take entry, as like we have considered, as like we have considered for Army, that is at OTA, that is what, technical entry scheme. As like that, here you will have Navy technical entry scheme, or you will enter at 10+2 through Navy tech entry scheme. And here you will be having the degrees of engineering. You can go for electronics and communication engineering, you can go for mechanical engineering, you can also go for naval architecture, right? That's what nowadays you people have in the bachelor's of technology, that is BTech. So naval architecture. And I will tell you one story about this one, right? So this naval architecture is very excellent, but it is also that much tough. They are having their tie-up with IIT Delhi for architecture, and after completing your basic training, you will be sent to IIT Delhi for 1 year, wherein you will be having the training on architecture, and where from that you can go to for further architecture training in the European country, particularly through that particular phase. So that is what you can consider, these things which are usually we never pay attention to these things. So you will get a degree in the technology, that is Bachelor of Technology. That's what I said, BTech. Now, upon graduation, obviously you will be coming here the sub lieutenant, as like after passing out through IMA you become lieutenant. No doubt we are going to see the ranks. I will be showing you uh, Abhishek. Okay, fine. So this is what I was talking. I was talking about the getting commission as a sub lieutenant, right, in the Navy. Now here the cadets who are, as I said, who are measuring or who are opting naval architecture, they had to go undergo an additional 6 months training. So after their graduation, right, they also have the option to enroll for additional, as I said, postgraduate specialization in the field uh, at Indian Institute of Technology, Delhi. Fine. So that you can again consider. Those who are having keen interest in both the things, at one point they wanted to become the architecture, and at the same point they wanted to enter into armed forces. So for them this is the golden opportunity, or for them this is the bridging, right? And through this bridging you can become the commissioned officer in armed forces, as well as you can become the architecture. Then uh, this is what the 10+2 entry. Later on, as like the direct entry in the IMA, can you have such kind of entry for INA? Answer is yes. So you can get the admission to Indian Naval Academy, Yazimala, as graduate officer trainee of the Indian Navy, right? And for that you have to give the written examination, which is being conducted by UPSC. That is what, you know, Combined Defense Service Examination, CDSE, right? CDSE. And obviously after written examination, if you qualify, you will be following 5 days SSB interview, which will be followed by the uh, what you can consider medical, right? So that's what you will be considering. I think last time also the SSB, I have mentioned SSB interview about the particular term was mentioned. So I can tell you what, I will just tell you the words, what exactly this SSB is. So you are tested for aptitude, psychological testing, medical test, team skills, physical skills, and some social skills. So altogether these 6 different factors which are being considered whenever you are at the SSB interview, right? That is Services Selection Board. That is what SSB stands, and that board will thoroughly uh, mm, observe you for the 5 days. No doubt, there are obviously some tests on first and second day only. So if you could not crack them, you would be sent back on the same day. Fine. So that details we will see in latter, some latter in some latter sessions. So you have now 2 options, in fact 3 options, through NDA first, through 10+2 technical Navy Tech entry, and as direct after your graduation. So that is what you can uh, have in this particular case. That's what. you have as far as entry is concerned. Fine. Now, again, there will be a short service selection entry, right? Whose such officers are also trained at this particular academy, and no doubt these short service selection officers, the one more academy is coming, so at that time I will tell you about the more detail about the short service commission, that is SSC officers. So they have option to apply for permanent commission based on their performance as well as track record and their physical, right? So that is what you can have. Now, if you consider another point, which I said, that this is the institute or this is the academy which is giving training to the naval officers as well as Indian Coast Guard. So the officers who are joining Indian Coast Guard, they are always joined as assistant commandant. No, you know that. So they have to undergo a basic training along with the graduate officers, trainees at Indian Navy. And in such a way, you will be having these different things. So I said that its academy, its capacity is more than 1200, but it is actually accepting 1200 cadets for training in each year. In fact, they can accept 1800. And see, every institute, every training institute is enhancing their capabilities, because we are lagging far in uh, these officers cadres, not only in armed forces but also in administrative or Indian police services as well. But this is the thing is that you should consider that whatever the right now, whatever the vacancies are coming, that is only the true thing, right? You will not believe that when I was the student, right, long back in 2006 7, so from that day I am hearing these things, that armed forces are lagging, and this is a true thing, that armed forces, I'm not spreading a negative vibes, but I wanted you to understand the fact, right? So that is what you can consider. Lowest rank and highest rank. Adesh is asking some question. Okay. See, lowest rank, whenever you will become commission officer, whether it is permanent or short service, right? You will always enter as a sub lieutenant if you are in the Navy, lieutenant if you are in the Army, and flying officer if you are in the Air Force. So these are not getting changed. This is the very first rank that you can enter as a commissioned officer. I'm talking about commissioned officer. Fine. So, but for maybe probably tomorrow's session, in the next week, I will take you through commissioned officers, non-commissioned officers, junior commission officers, and ultimately you will come to know that how you get promoted, how you will get acquired the positions. And another answer or half of the answer of your question, that is you can achieve any highest position, that is admiral in the Navy, general in the Army, and air chief marshal in the Air Force. So these are the three posts, right? You start and you can become, right? No doubt in between these two you have to pass, or you have to go through 8 different ranks, right from lieutenant to general, right from sub lieutenant to admiral, and right from flying officer to air chief marshal. That's what you can consider. Fine. uh, don't you think that NDA itself is harder? Keep in mind, And once you get acquainted with, once you get familiar with 3 years training, then why you will be feeling it harder after going to very specialized, right? So nothing is harder whenever you go to the specialized. It is definitely harder whenever you enter to the NDA. So that first, let's say 1 month, 2 months, whatever maybe you will be feeling, that could be the harder in my perspective, right? So you should not think about this thing. Okay, I hope I have answered your question. Right. Now, as we have considered that more than 5 acres area for Khadakwasla, more than 1,000, in fact, 1,400 acres area for IMA, as like that, you can is there any exam or interview if we join through NDA? No, only cracking written SSB and entering to NDA. That and after the entering NDA, there will be no exam. There will be only exams for earning your graduation, nothing else. Fine. Okay, so I can. Yes, I was going talking with the. So approximately 35 kilometers north of Kannur, and you can consider it is around 110 kilometers from Mangalore. So this particular place is you will be considering. Now, INA is divided into 3 zones as a training zone, administration zone, and accommodation zone. See, basically all I could have tell it while going through IMA only, right? Wherein I said only so many houses. So what these houses means, there will be central building, that is what you can consider administration. There will be the hostel wherein you will be staying. There will be auditorium, there will be different training halls, right? So likewise you can consider, and obviously in each of academy is always being divided into such kinds of zones called training zone, administration zone, accommodation, and so, right? So you will be having. Now, obviously this would be this is having something different, right? This academy is having some sort of distinction. So you cannot have a lighthouse for Khadakwasla, but here in this one you will be having a lighthouse. So it has a lighthouse in its premises. That's what you can consider. Now there are different kinds of Indian naval ships that one day we will also go through these, that are being used here for the purpose of training. So that is what you can consider as far as this particular what I can consider. This one, this particular academy is considered. Fine. Okay, there might be a question that which I think what I can say about the age limit, right? So same as we have considered earlier, right? So 16.5 to 19.5, and obviously to 23 for this one, right? As 24 is for what you can consider IMA. Fine. So that's what you have to keep in mind. Fine. So this is what you have, Indian Naval Academy. Okay, there are some of the other glimpses, right? Recently there had been Honorable President of India, right? In one of the programs you can consider. Fine. So these are the different houses you can have, and obviously their names you may consider. Okay, another fascination, right? Everyone wants to be, or most of you wants to be enter, or most of you wants to be part of this particular place or this particular force, right? पैर हमारे जमी पर टिकते नहीं. This is not true for everyone, and why you should not be, right? There should be, right? If उड़ने का हौसला है तो obviously you can go for that. So in this case you will consider the glorious things which are fascinating the youngsters. So that's what here is, right? Air Force Academy. But before entering into this, before seeing the dream to enter to this, read this carefully, right? If you read it, understand it, accordingly work it, work accordingly this one, and definitely you will one day part of this one, right? You can fix the date. After 5 years you would be part of this particular institute, right? I'm not making any kind of discrimination, right? If you could have asked me a question, right, probably I would not have selected this particular part. Probably I might have gone with the Indian army, right? So it depends on an individual's interest. No doubt there are some again technical points are also there which you can consider. Anyway, so Indian Air Force Academy, which is at Dundigal, you can consider IFA. Fine. So again, it is a defense service training institute, which is located in Malkazgiri district and around 40 kilometers away from Hyderabad. Obviously, it is in the state of Telangana. So if you look into its establishment, so again, it was established in 1969. And from that, from its inception, it is at Dundigal. Fine. So you can just know this particular thing. Now, this academy was set up to train the cadets from Indian Air Force service. It imparts training to the flying, technical, as well as ground duty branches, right, of Indian Air Force, as well as officers of Indian Navy and the Indian Coast Guard. So you officers of Indian Navy and Indian Coast Guard, those who are having the aircrafts. So already we have seen one example about MiG, which was landing on the ship. So obviously, since it is a part of Indian Navy, so obviously its control would be in the hands of officer of Indian Navy. So the training of that particular officer is being carried out at this particular place, as well as this is applicable for the Indian Coast Guard as well. So officers from Air Force, that to be all kinds of training or all kinds of fields, flying, technical, and ground duty. So these are the three different things you can consider, right? So this training plus training for Navy and training for Indian Coast Guard is being carried out or is being imparted by this particular academy. And therefore, this is home for the officer trainees who learn their specialization and nurtured to become capable leaders. You can slightly keep them at higher level, because they have to be very, very keen. They cannot sustain a single silly mistake, right, while flying. So that's you can keep in mind. Fine. So as far as training is concerned, here you will be having different kinds of aircrafts nowadays, right from Rafale through Sukhoi, MiG, Mirage, Tejas, Jaguar, Globemaster, Dornier, HS-748, even Yushin 76, 78. Right? So every kind of, apart from these aircrafts, you can go with the helicopters, right? Like HL, Dhruva, Apache. Likewise, you can have these things. Choppers, you can. So you will be having training of these. So if you uh, consider the different branches, as I said, flying branch, air traffic control officers, ground duty officers, and then joint services officers, you can consider. So you will be having here their what I can consider, people first mission always, right? That's what you will be considering. Then you have to always prove, right? That's what the prove your identity, right? You will be considering. So Air Force Academy. So here you can have the entrance of this particular academy. This is what you can see, a sort of passing out parades gathering, right? So these are the parents of the officers who are getting passed out, right, in that particular case. And the pilots in the Indian Navy are trained in AFA only. Fine. So here you can again have some of the other glimpses. I will also take you to another kind of say, interesting point. If you could have observed here, right? You could have, if you can observe here, right? Here, 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 here. Fine. And obviously this could be again a kind of auditorium. Here you can see a kind of training is going on, right? So that's what you do have. So what do you understand from this one? That means what? Women have inducted. So if you consider women's entry, so in 1993, the first batch or first cadet batch of women, which was inducted in 1993. That's what you can consider. So both the officers you will be having here, male and female officers. Fine. That's what you do have as far as the Indian Air Force Academy is concerned. Fine. Now you can consider the officers training academy Chennai. That is what called OTA, Officers Training Academy Chennai. Now this is what its entry gate, at their motto, service with honor, Officers Training Academy. So let's go to Officers Training Academy. You'll be finding out such kinds of inspiring things, and wherein you will be coming across the अलग अलग तोहफे, rifles और बहुत कुछ likewise, right, which have shown their character during the war. So these are not for the show, rather these are giving you the remembrance of their contribution, their bravery, right, which had been shown in the wars. So during night, you can have this kind of region of Officers Training Academy, Chennai. Fine. So you'll be finding out here the tank, the same thing, right? Here and here. Only thing is that this is at daytime. This is at you can consider in the night. Fine. So Officers Training Academy, OTA, Chennai, is again a training establishment of the Indian Army, which trains the officers for short service commission. So though it is like IMA, but the officers passing out through this are not the permanent commission officers, rather they are short service commission officers. It was established in 1963. The first academy you can consider for short service, that is OTA, right? Now its motto is serve with honor, Shaurya, Gyan, Sankalp. That's what you can call in English as valor, wisdom, and resolve. So in general, now you can have two OTAs. One is established in 1963, that is this one, and one is established in 2011, that is at Gaya. So as far as its entry is concerned, you have two types of entries. One is direct entry, obviously that is through written examination. One is without written examination. Age limit is up to 25 years. So this is what the last chance to become the army officer or to enter into Indian Armed Forces. So written examination is being conducted by UPSC, and same criteria, written examination followed by SSB interview, followed by medical, and then you will be sent to training at this academy. You will be having their training of 49 weeks. Then you will be placed at a rank of lieutenant. Fine. That's what you can have in the process of admission. Eligibility is you must have completed your graduation of any stream, and you should not be more than 25 years age. That is what you can have. Now these are the things. That is what one type of entry through written examination. Another entry without written examination, directly go to the SSB interview, clear the medical, and enter there as an gentleman cadet, have a training of 49 weeks, get passing out through passing out parade, and become the lieutenant in Indian Army. But on the basis of what? It is on the basis of NCC, National Cadet Corps, right? National Cadet Corps.
Yes, sir.
So if you have SD, senior division, or SW, senior woman, Fine. Again, this is giving training to both women as well as male as well as female. Fine. Criteria is same. You can have. And I was talking about the NCC. So now, if you are a cadet of NCC, you must have to have C certificate with minimum grade of B, minimum grade of B.
Hello,
So
sir.
based on that, you can directly appear for SSB interview without giving any written examination. So your written examination is waived off, right? So जरूरत नहीं है एग्जाम रिटन एग्जाम देने की, डायरेक्टली एसएसबी इंटरव्यू में पार्टिसिपेट कर लो,
Sir.
कर लो, मेडिकल कर दो, go to this particular academy and become the officer. So that's what you can have, two kinds of entries. Fine.
Hello, sir.
Okay. Yes.
आपल्या अकॅडमी मध्ये का नाही घेत मग?
Sorry.
अकॅडमी मध्ये का नाही घेतली जात आपल्या?
तुझा प्रश्न नाही
NCC.
मला कळाला. आपल्या अकॅडमी मध्ये काय नाही, काय आहे?
NCC.
हा. Okay. I think technical reason I don't know. Probably Rushikesh sir will tell you about this one. Please ask this question to him. Through my point of view, there might be a problem about a affiliation. कारण की कुठल्याही एनसीसी युनिट द्यायचं असेल तर affiliation लागतं आणि त्याचबरोबर परमनंट टीचर पण पाहिजे असतो. ठीक आहे. तर असं अकॅडमीला भेटणार नाही ते. फाईन. बट further more details you can go to Rushikesh sir. He will tell you about further details. But that is what technical problem that I know.
Yes, sir.
Okay. याच्या व्यतिरिक्त something else. Now I will stop here. We are, I think, approaching the time.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Sir, any officer from Indian Navy or Indian Air Force can join Indian Army
100%.
on duty.
Yes, you can. But vice versa is not possible.
Okay, sir.
At any point, if you think that no, now I have to go to Indian Army, then you would be allowed. But someone who is in army and wanted to join Indian Air Force, it's not possible.
Sir, by which way?
Okay, I will tell you that after maybe in tomorrow's session. Not, I think I will not touch tomorrow, but I will tell you some of the other things wherein it is possible. Fine, I will give you some examples as well, right? So some interesting story I will tell you. She is Maharashtrian, right? Her husband was
Yes.
also, yes. So okay, there had been a question that how we apply to AFA, and sir AFA को direct entry नहीं होती क्या? होती है बेटा, बिल्कुल. Every academy is having direct entry, that is based on the graduation, but I think its age is up to only 22 years. Keep in mind for this one, that same as like there would be CDSE, right, by UPSC, and followed by SSB interview. So Adesh, I think probably इंडियन नेवी में आईटी लेना है, फिर क्या करना होगा? ये तो डिफिकल्ट है, राइट? In my opinion, there is no, as far as I know, there is no special branch of information technology, but you will be having certain courses of information technology. And this is not only for Navy, these are for all the officers. Right? आज ये डिजिटल जमाना है, कंप्यूटर के युग में आपको अगर आईटी नहीं सिखाया जाएगा तो you will be always lagging behind, right? So by considering that thing, even एनडीए में भी ये पढ़ाया जाता है, ठीक है? I said that. Fine. Okay, one more question. How to do it? Adesh, how to do it? Okay, fine. That's what I. Okay. Anything else?
Sir, any serving officer from Indian Navy, Air Force, Navy can join OTA?
OTA?
Yes, sir.
Why a serving officer will go to OTA? See, OTA is subsidiary or secondary. OTA is giving you job or career for 5+5+2. There is possibility that the OTA officer can become permanent officer, but already serving in Army, Navy or Air Force would need not to go to OTA. Right? OTA is a stipulated time job. तसं बाकीच्यांचं नाहीये. That is till retirement. OTA मधली रिटायरमेंट जर 25व्या वर्षी ऑफिसर झाला तर 37व्या वर्षी सगळा गाशा गुंडाळून you have to go to your home. That means what? You will retire at your age of 37. ते सुद्धा if you are physically fit after 10 years, 5+5+2. If you have applied for permanent commission and after 5+5+2, if you further prove yourself through medical examination, definitely you will be placed as permanent officer, and then your retirement will be at your 60.
Okay, sir.
Yes.
Thank you,
Okay.
sir.
हाँ, मैं वही तो सोच रहा था कि अभी तक किसी ने ये क्वेश्चन क्यों नहीं पूछा. Which one could be the best option in between NDA and any other academy? Right. So I have indirectly answered this question. NDA is the best one. Keep in mind. क्योंकि अभी 10वीं में बहुत सारी पढ़ाई करके 11वीं में जाएंगे, फिर 2 साल उसी पेस के साथ पढ़ाई करेंगे. Who knows, after 12th you'd be starting wondering here and there. So आपकी जिंदगी में और कोई आ जाएगा, कोई आ जाएगी. So obviously you are that would become the distractor. So probably you will not study well, right? कुछ भी हो सकता है, होने को तो कुछ भी है. So because of that, you can consider that's one. Fine. जो पहले मिल रहा है उसको ले लो. अगर पहला whatever you are wishing to get, if you could not get, तो subsequently try करते रहना. That's what. इंडियन नेवी, इंडियन आर्मी और एयरफोर्स में कौन सा बेस्ट है? हाँ, मैं यही क्वेश्चन एक्सपेक्ट कर रहा था. ठीक है, चलो अभी ना इसको आंसर कर देता हूं और वी विल स्टॉप. फाइन. See, in my opinion, among these three, nobody is best, right? Because whenever I call someone is best, that means what? Remaining two will become the subsidiary or subsequent, and I cannot do such kind of thing. So at all there is no comparison. At all there is no comparison. Fine. So it's your own interest where you want it to be, right? But at this moment I will tell you, high risk, high reward. High risk, high reward. That means what? अगर आप आर्मी में हो और चलो मान लो गोली लग जाती है, right? So there is a great possibility or great probability that you will not lose or you will not get die. Fine. अब मानो हवाई जहाज उड़ा रहे हो, ऊपर से गिर गए. So if you consider the probability after hitting by a bullet in army and probability after crashing the plane of alive changes, right? But hitting one at a time or hitting, let's say, few 2, 3, 4, 5, if you are fighting with the LMG, if you are fighting with a rocket launcher, if you are a tank superintendent, right? And so you will be killing limited number of enemies. But if you are driving a fighter plane, so चुटकी में पूरा तहस नहस कर दोगे, so you will get biggest reward. So these are the points you can think on it. Fine. As well as one more point, and that is very important, look to your physical as well, right? बहुत सारी बातें हैं, आपकी eyesight है, आपकी height है, right? So इन सारी चीजों को देखते हुए someone would might be having great interest in the Air Force, but probably he may not enter to Air Force because of these shortcomings, right? So that could be but that doesn't mean that you cannot become officer. Obviously you can. There are so many different questions. I think sir must be waiting. Right. नकुल, बेटा क्या हक करना चाहते हो? कट ऑफ हार्ड है सर, एनडीए पीबीटी टेस्ट ओनली वंस. ओके, एनडीए में हैकिंग कोर्स. ओके सर, एयर फोर्स कट ऑफ हार्ड, 12th class students waiting. Yes, that's what message for me. Okay, I will not read these questions because my another batch is waiting there. Thank you everyone. If any question remain which I could not answer, you may remember it and tomorrow you can ask it. Thank you everyone. Hello, bye bye.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.